Hello and welcome to Trade Pro Labs. Today we're in AIBC Malta and I've got an amazing OG in the space, obviously Nick Spanos, the man, the OG. He doesn't need any introductions, right? So Nick, please give the audience a little bit about your background and give us some information about your talk. You did an amazing job. Everybody was imploring you about your speech today. Give us some of that energy and what what you were talking about.
Well, I think first I like to tell people where I'm from or what I did. This way they might listen. Uh, Many years I've been in politics, political data and computing and campaign management software and running campaigns and stuff. And there's a lot of things. I don't know where to start. I'm not give the limit, but I just feel it's my job to empower people, to embolden them, to understand that we're the righteous ones, not people who are talking against these centralized exchanges that are going down and all this stuff in the news and all that. We're the righteous ones. Decentralization is the pillar of self-sovereignty and freedom. So, years ago, I opened the first live cryptocurrency exchange back in 2013, 100 feet from the New York stock market on the ground floor in 2013. And I didn't use software. Everyone just used their different wallets on their phones, and they traded with each other. I didn't charge anybody. I even bought the booze. I paid like $1,000 a night, giving them an open bar and booze. So, I'm in it for the activism. I've been in it for the activism. I worked for Dr. Ron Paul, and a lot of early guys worked for Dr. Ron Paul, and we're here because we believe in self-sovereignty and. We don't believe in the Federal Reserve. We don't believe in central banks. We believe in scarcity. So digital scarcity came around, Bitcoin, and that was the starter pistol. I was like, holy shit, finally we have something. I thought I threw my life away. I was fighting the Federal Reserve since 1991. I thought I threw my life away, and I was really in a bad place. I go, yo, you just spent 20 years. You didn't do shit. You're yelling at a building. Oh yeah, you got thousands of people that yell at a building. Yeah, you had a bill and they didn't pass it. You're a loser. And but then Bitcoin hit me that holy shit, this is my new candidate. Bitcoin is my candidate. And they can't tear it down on election day because election day comes around and they all bash and smash and try to get people to vote for the other guy, and everyone votes for the other guy because the media, right, the mainstream media, pretty much run the politics because they can talk all day, blah, 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 blah. You can only donate $2,500, right? But the mainstream media can spend millions and millions of dollars talking against your candidate or for another candidate or something, and they get the winner. They pick the winner. We don't pick the winner because they control the minds of the people that are watching. So Bitcoin became my candidate. And that's what I did. I opened that exchange right next to the stock market because I wanted to show the world that decentralized exchange is much better and more honest, and the transparency never before seen. The price of milk is not going to be governed by a back smoke-filled room anymore. We're going to use decentralization and free the world, free the individual. And we're at a point in humanity that it's up to us. If we don't free ourselves with the open, permissionless, transparent blockchain, they're going to imprison, encumber, and oppress us with the closed permission database silos that they're going to call. They might call it blockchain, but they're going to do all these things to us, and we're going to be slaves 100-fold worse than we are now, 1,000-fold. Our kids, our grandkids, great-grandkids, our brothers' kids, grandkids, great-great-great-grandkids, up to us right now. In this moment in humanity, it's us. If we don't do it, no one's going to do it. So once the starter pistol went off, that's all I've done. I've gone all around the world and building up grassroots, because I know that the grassroots is the foundation. You go to a politician or you go to any central bank, and they want to murder you probably.
Amazing. And tell me right now, with what's happening in the bear market, I mean, Tell me your thoughts on exactly what this is, and because for us enthusiasts, we've been hodling for life. We believe in this, but tell us what your thoughts on the whole system is right now.
Yeah, listen, there's always bear markets, but Bitcoin crashes up, and then it slowly goes down, and then everyone, a bunch of big guys with big money want to buy it, so they have controllers, mainstream media, to start putting a narrative out there, or they set something up to bring the price down so they could grab a lot from the hodlers, try to get away from the hodlers, so they can grab a lot cheap and make it go up, and then they try to crash it again, and blah, 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 blah. But the reality is it's not going anywhere. It's going to go up because it always goes up. I believe it always goes up because it always has. I've seen so many crashes. I've seen it go from $30 to like 50 cents one time. This is nothing. This is not, to me, it's nothing. So, but for a first timer, they're like, oh, it's a stock. And the stock, when it goes down, is going to go to zero. This is not a stock. This is here to stay. This is a foundation for the people's independence, their monetary independence, and their independence all over the world. You can't sequester the people's money if it's in Bitcoin. They can do what they want. The people that got newly sanctioned people that are using Bitcoin to run their lives now. And that's going to keep happening. There's going to be central banks that overprint and create inflation, that people aren't going to be able to buy things with the money that they save. Those people are going to go and put their money in Bitcoin because it's the people's currency. How can you be against the people's currency? Huh? You're only for government currency. If you're only for government currency, you're brainwashed. You got to look in the mirror, go find a shrink, and wake up, because the reality is here. We have the people's currency. You got to wake up, buy it, buy a little every week. You don't have to buy a lot. Bury it for 5 years, 7 years. See what happens. You're going to be very happy.
Amazing, amazing. And in respect to the future, what do you think about the future? I believe we're right in the forefront of it. Right now, Trade Pro Labs, we are all up for mass adoption. And the technology behind blockchain, metaverse, AI, NFTs, it's so amazing, it's so traceable, so transparent, and because it's there's smart contracts, there's no room or element for failure, because that's the way the system is, and it's an amazing time right now. I love seeing that conventional businesses adopting this technology right now. Where do you think we are on the spectrum of this mass adoption that we all know is going to happen? It's just about a matter of time.
Well, when we have these hiccups with these centralized things that crash and rob people, and they call it Bitcoin, it's not Bitcoin. So what happens is people find out when Bitcoin starts going up again, the people who sold jump back in. So this was a very big group of people who came in this round. I've seen all the rounds of people coming in, the waves of different people coming in, and it's always the same. Some big event drops the price, blah, blah, blah. Couple years, crypto winter, blah, 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 then it crashes up. So I think the adoption is happening faster and faster. 5x the traffic of the last winter, so of course it's the adoption's coming. But like I said, there's some really bad, I don't want to say bad people, but there's some really bad people who want to keep controlling your life. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep that control, and they want to probably pass that control on generationally. So it's up to us. This is a war, believe it or not. This is like the currency wars, where the people finally can storm the Bastille with their own pitchforks, their own money. They don't have to wait for her to make us eat cake. She tells us to eat cake and stuff. So the reality is, we only have this moment. I don't want to tell people that we're going to win, because it's up to us. There's a fight, and we can't sleep on this. I want to ring the alarm. I'm trying to ring the alarm so people can wake up and do something, do anything. Because if we don't, it's not going to be a good future for us, for anybody. You saw what happened with the restrictions that they put on everyone. Arbitrary restrictions with COVID and stuff, and so they did that, and I think they got a sweet taste in their mouth for that. So we got to watch it right now, and we got to be diligent and move quickly and swiftly, and fight with our heart and soul, like our life depends on it, because it does.
100%. Right now, with this technology, it gives you guys, the holder of those tokens and currencies, so much of value. You do not know how much potential you have by not being centralized by a banking system, by not having anybody controlling that and telling you where it should go, where it shouldn't go. The banks and finance, as we know, can drop just like that. And that is technology. That was Bitcoin. And that's why everybody's so scared about this, because it's a revolution. It's an evolution of finance and money as we know it. So this is definitely an amazing, amazing interview. Nick, I would really like to thank you for all that. Would you like to add anything at the end?
I think you said everything. I think we've said everything. It's just the audience has to. I mean, I'm sitting here saying all these things. You might think I'm nuts or whatever, but I've always seen the future. And this is the one moment in time, right now, that we can change the future for the betterment of humanity. It's only now. That's all I have to say. I don't know how to express it even more. I mean, don't sleep.
Amazing. That's Nick Spanos, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.